Okay, good morning children. How are you? Hope everyone are fine at home. Have you remember me? Yes, I am your science teacher. And we have already started our second lesson, science second lesson. What's the name of the lesson children? Yes, parts of plants. What's the name of the lesson? Parts of plants. And already we completed more than half of the lesson. We have completed more than half of the lesson. Actually, a plant is divided into how many parts, children? How many parts? Two parts. A plant is mainly divided into two parts. What is the first one? Root part, and the next one is shoot part. So, root part. What is root part? You have already learned. What is root part? The part which is under the soil or under the ground. That part we call it as root part. And shoot part, above the ground. The part which grows above the ground, that part is called shoot part. Okay children? And we have already completed root part and types of roots. Children, tell me how many types of roots are there? There are two types of roots. One is taproot and the other one is fibrous root. Taproot and fibrous root. And what is the main function of roots, children? What is the main function of roots? Yes, the main function of roots is to absorb the water and minerals from the soil. Absorb means to take it water and minerals from the soil. Okay, and see, this is the shoot part, the part which grows above the ground. The part which grows above the ground, that part we call it as shoot part. And again, this shoot part consists of how many parts? The shoot part consists of stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. The shoot part mainly consists of stem, leaves, branches, flowers, fruits and seeds. And we have already completed the stem part and leaves. So today we are going to learn about flowers. So before going into the flowers, let's just recollect all the points which we have learned about the stem. Stem is the stem which grows above the soil, and in some plants the stem is very big, hard and woody, and that type of stem we call it as trunk, and the trunk is covered in a bark. Clear children? But in some plants like climbers are the very weak plants and they need support, and in climbers the stem is very delicate, very soft, and we can eat some of the stem vegetables like ginger, potato and sugarcane. And leaves, already you learned that leaves are the kitchen of the plant, because see, if you observe a plant, in the plant we have so many parts. The plant have so many parts, but among all the parts, the food is prepared in the leaves. The food is prepared in the leaves. That's why leaves are called kitchen of the plant. That's why leaf is called kitchen of the plant. Already you have learned how the plant prepare its food, how the leaf prepare the food by using water, sunlight and chlorophyll and carbon dioxide from the air. And that process is called, what is that process children? Yes, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means what? The process of making food in plants is called photosynthesis. We have already learned in previous videos. So today we are going to learn more about flowers. Okay children? Okay, flowers. So if you observe in a plant, there are so many parts, but flower is the most beautiful part of the plant. The flower is the most beautiful part of the plant. Okay children, Flower is the most beautiful part in a plant. Okay, and you observe different flowers with different colors, shapes and sizes. For example, see, this is a flower, rose flower with pink color. This is one more flower with orange color. This is one more flower with yellow color. And one more flower. See, these are different colors of flowers. Different colors, flowers with different shapes and sizes. Clear, children? All the flowers have different colors, different shapes and different sizes. Clear, children? So they have different colors, shape and size. Yes, children, flower is the most beautiful part of the plant, and the flowers are of different colors, different shapes and different sizes. Clear, children? And first the flower appears as a bud. First the flower appears as a bud. So these are called buds. First the flower appears as a bud, and this bud will changes into fully grown flower like this. First the flower appears as a bud, and the bud changes into fully grown flower like this. Clear, children? So it appears as a bud. It appears as a bud. So it is the most beautiful part of a plant, and it occurs in different colors, shapes and sizes. And the flower first, it appears as a bud, and this bud changes into fully grown flower. Fully grown flower. Okay, children? First the flower appears as a bud. In Telugu we say mogga, and that bud changes into fully grown flower. Okay, children? And this flower changes into fruit. This flower changes into fruit, and fruit contains seeds. Fruit contains seeds. Clear, children? First it appears as a bud, and from the bud it changes into fully grown flower, and this flower changes into fruit, and this fruit contains seeds. And you all know that from the seed you will get a baby plant. From the seed we will get a baby plant. That's why flower is a reproductive part of the plant. So flower is a reproductive part. Reproductive part of a plant. Reproductive part of a plant. And we have already learned what is reproduction. In the first lesson we have already learned what is reproduction, children. The process of producing. Okay, children. So flower is the reproductive part of a plant. So we have already learned what is reproduction in a first lesson. What's the name of the first lesson, children? Yes, living and non-living things. And in that lesson, you have already learned what is reproduction. What is reproduction? Tell me, children. Yes, the process of producing young ones. The process of producing young ones. That process we call it as reproduction. And from here, from the seeds, we will get the baby plant. From the seeds, we will get the baby plant. Baby plant. And from where you will get the seeds? From the fruit. And fruit, the flower changes into fruit. So ultimately the flower gives seeds. That's why flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Flower is the reproductive part of a plant. Clear, children? Now tell me, flower is the most beautiful part of the plant. In the plant we have so many parts. Out of all these, flower is the most beautiful part of a plant. And you see different colors are different shapes and sizes. And first the bud changes into flower. The bud changes into flower, and from the flower grows into fruit, and the fruit contains seeds, and from the seeds you will get a baby plant. That's why flower is a reproductive part of a plant. Clear, children? Okay. Okay, and some flowers they have a sweet substance. Some flowers have sweet substance, and that substance we call it as nectar. That sweet substance is called nectar. Sometimes you observe the insects like butterflies and honeybees. They sit on the flower. Why they sit on the flower? They suck the nectar. They suck the nectar from the flower. It is a sweet substance. It is a sweet substance present in some flowers. And the insects like butterflies and honeybees, they will suck. Suck means to pull. For example, how you suck the cool drink with a straw. With a straw, you will suck the cool drink. No? In the same way, the butterflies and honeybees, they suck the nectar from the flowers. And from the nectar, honey is prepared. Honey is prepared. Do you know what is honey, children? In Telugu we say tene. Tene. So nowadays it is very good for your health to take 1 spoon of honey with warm water. It is very healthy. It is very healthy. But nowadays we are using lot of sugar. Lot of sugar in cool drinks, in milk. So in place of sugar, if we use this honey, it is very helpful and it is very healthy for our body. Clear, children? Not only that, the honey is also used in medicine. Used in preparing medicines. Medicines like cough syrup. Syrup means tonic, cough syrup, cold syrup. They use this honey in preparing medicines. Clear, children? Some of the flowers, they have a sweet substance. Sweet substance. That substance we call it as nectar. That substance we call it as nectar. In Telugu we say makarandam. So nectar. And this nectar, most of the time you observe the insects like honeybee and butterflies. They sit on the flower and they will suck the nectar from the flowers. And from the nectar, the honey is prepared. And that honey is used in many ways. And it is very, very healthy for our body. Clear, children? And some plants like rose, jasmine and lily. What are the examples of flowers, children? Yes, rose, jasmine, lily. These type of flowers, they have sweet smell. They give sweet smell. Sweet smell. And these type of flowers, they are used in making perfumes. Perfume means scents. Scents. Perfumes or scents. Because these flowers, they will have a very sweet smell. So perfumes like this, perfumes and scents are prepared by using this sweet smell flowers such as rose, jasmine and lily. Clear, children? Okay, so some of the flowers, they will have a sweet substance that is called nectar, and from the nectar we will get the honey, and honey is very, very helpful or very, very healthy for our body. Nowadays you are eating too many chocolates and you are eating lot of sugar. So in place of sugar, if we use this honey in your food, it is very, very healthy and it is very useful for our body. And sugar is very, very dangerous to our health. If you eat more sugar, it is very dangerous and very harmful to our body. So in place of sugar, if we use this honey, it is very useful to our body, and this honey is used in many ways. Honey is used in many ways in preparing medicines. Medicines are nothing but when you are suffering with fever or cough or cold, the doctor will give the medicines like cough syrup, cold syrup. So in these syrups the honey is used. That's why honey is very useful for our body. Clear children? And sunflowers like rose, jasmine, lily, they will have a sweet smell. If you smell some flowers, if you smell a rose or if you smell a jasmine, it will give a sweet smell. That's why this type of flowers are used in making perfumes and scents. Clear children? This is all about flower. Okay, shall we recollect all the points which you have learned about the flower? Yes, flower is the most beautiful part of the plant. Flower is the most beautiful part of the plant. Okay, and these flowers have different colors. Do all the flowers are in same color, children? No, we have different colors of flowers like yellow, orange, red, pink. So different colors and different shapes and different sizes. And first the flower appears as a bud, and the bud changes into fully grown flower. And flower is a reproductive part of the plant. Reproduction, producing of young ones. Producing or the process of producing young ones. From the seed you will get the baby plant, no? So in the same way, from the flower the flower changes into fruit, and the fruit contains seeds. And from the seeds you will get the baby plant. So that's why flower is a reproductive part of the plant. Clear children? Okay. Next, sunflowers, they have a sweet substance. And what is that sweet substance called, children? Nectar. In Telugu we say makarandam. And most of the times, sometimes you observe the flowers, the insects like butterflies. And honeybees. They sit on the flower. Why they sit on the flower? Because these insects take the nectar or suck the nectar from the flowers. And from this nectar, honey is prepared. Okay, and this honey is used in preparing medicine. And if you take daily 1 spoon of honey with warm water, it is very helpful to our body. Clear children? Okay, next, sunflowers like rose, jasmine, lily, they will have a very sweet smell. And that's why these flowers are mainly used in preparing perfumes and scents. Clear children? This is all about the flower. Let's move into the next part of the plant, that is fruit. What's the next part of the plant, children? Fruit. So you have already learned in the flower that the flower changes into fruit. Flower changes into fruit. And if you observe the fruit, if you cut any fruit, what you observe, children? If you cut apple, or if you cut orange, or if you cut a lemon, what you'll observe? You observe seeds inside the fruit. That means fruit protects the seeds. Clear, children? It protects. It means fruit protects the seeds. Okay, clear, children? Fruits protect the seeds. If you cut any fruit, you observe the seeds. That's why the fruit protects the seeds. For example, if you cut a mango, how many seeds you observe, children? If you cut a mango, And how many seeds are there? Only one seed. Mango have only one seed inside it. Clear, children? And if you cut an apple or orange or a lemon, if you cut an orange or lemon or apple, you observe few seeds. And if you cut a big fruit, that is watermelon, if you cut a watermelon or a papaya, if you cut a watermelon or papaya, you see lot of seeds, many seeds inside the fruit, many seeds. Clear, children? That means few fruits, that means some fruits they have only one seed, and some fruits like apple, orange and lemon they will have few seeds, and some fruits like watermelon and papaya have many seeds. And you all know that from the seeds we will get the baby plant. Clear, children? And these fruits are very helpful, very healthy for our body. If you take every day a fruit like a mango or apple or orange or a pineapple or watermelon or papaya, if you eat a fruit every day, it is very good for our health. Clear, children? Not only that, if you take a fruit juice, but nowadays children are drinking lot of soft drinks like Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, 7-Up, Mirinda. It is very harmful to our body. So in place of soft drinks like Thumbs Up and Coca-Cola, if we drink a glass full of fruit juice, it is very healthy. And useful to our body. Clear, children? So every day you must take a fruit, one fruit or a glass full of fruit juice. It is very helpful to our body. Clear, children? Okay, and the next topic, the seed and the germination of seed, we will discuss in the next class. Shall I revise all the points again, children? Yes. Fruit. The flower changes into fruit. And if you cut any fruit like papaya or apple or orange or watermelon, what you will find? You find seeds inside the fruit. That means the fruit protects the seeds. So in mango, if you observe one seed, in mango and plum, in Telugu we say alugara. So plums and mangoes, they will have only one seed, and apple, orange, lemon, they have few seeds, and watermelon, papaya, they will have many seeds. And if you take a fruit every day, it is very healthy to our body. Okay, children, we will discuss seed and germination of seed in our next class. Thank you. 23 minutes 28 seconds.